This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Green Bay Packers. The first game's out of the way, time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2.
Here we go, set.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You look at this Baltimore defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Normally you want teams to gel late in the season, but this unit, they've been terrific right from the word go. Came in as the number 1 rated unit against the pass in the NFL after just 1 week.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. First carry now for A.J. Dillon. And he powers his way up past the 30. Well, this defense for the Ravens, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. To throw now. Here's Love. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready up. Set.
They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Ready, ready.
On 2nd down, another run for Dillon. And Dillon going to pick up a Packers first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And now Love going to change things up.
Ready.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Packers had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these 2 probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Down the right sideline, inside the 10. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. And Charles, it's now a 2-touchdown lead in the opening quarter. Following that pick six, they are off to a fast start in this one.
And absolutely ecstatic on the sideline after that play, aren't they? Not just because they've got the lead, but how about seeing one of their guys get a chance to take it in for 6? Already up a pair of touchdowns. They've got everything going their way early on.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on the 17-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. From the 23, this is 2nd and 3. On play action. Love to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. You look at this Packers defense. This unit 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. There's some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this done.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this 1st quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! Zay Flowers, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens take a 3-touchdown lead. Tucker now for the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
Ravens 21, Packers nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the 1st as they kick this one away.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the 1st. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. I mean, 4 interceptions here in the 1st half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. On the option right is Jackson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Middle.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now it's Jackson. That's complete, left side to Bateman. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and now it's 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
21-0 our score after 1. Third and 4. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Ready?
Dobbins will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Tucker with the extra point, and it is 28-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 34.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Hurry. Set cut.
Love with a give to Dillon. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ready.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Love. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Credit that sack to Travis Jones. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Here we go.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Dillon is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Here we go.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal.
On the ball. On the ball.
Again, it'll be Dillon. And you can sense the frustration now as they're going to drop him again behind the line. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Ready.
Love, this is third and goal. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And his kick here is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down. A stoppage here for an injury, and not what you want to see. J.K. Dobbins in a little bit of pain after that last play. From the 31, here's a 2nd and 8. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Here is 3rd down and 4. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And he is going to lose yardage here. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
He will return this from deep in the end zone.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough. And my goodness, another interception. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for them. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Jackson throwing complete there to Flowers. 22 yards there, a first down.
22 yards. First down, Baltimore.
Report!
Jackson from the shotgun. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Jackson will throw again. A short one there, caught by Likely. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And there, even if you've got to take something off that throw so that he slows down to catch it, that's far more preferable than what happened there. A big miss on what should have been a touchdown.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. An option give now to Mitchell. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Ravens ready to receive it. And they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And this is going to be Packer football. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, That's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Cheetah.
On first down, Corbin. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
43 rail. Hut.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
On first down, they go back to Mitchell. Get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Show that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Flowers. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 36. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That goes for a gain of 31. So that about the shortest pass a quarterback can make, but it winds up going for a bundle.
Yeah, let's face it, in the stats, it sure looks like a heck of a throw, doesn't it? It's almost like in baseball when you get that little Texas leaguer that turns into a double. You would think that you hit it off the wall. Big-time play for him on a short little pass. And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
On second down, here's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Jackson. Flushed out right. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with this 4th down call.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Ready.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Dobbs goes in motion. Love now to pass on 1st down. Looking deep here for Dobbs. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Let's go, charge.
A 2nd down throw for Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
On 3rd down, Love. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
They'll run on 1st down. Corbin, and this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Called it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Love now. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
11 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and 3.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Play action this time with Love. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And the Ravens are going to get the football back at their own 17. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And he'll take this one up to about the 23.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. But they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Another run with Mitchell. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
The Ravens on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. And that's caught inside the 35. Yeah, they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. And that one results in 35 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
They run over center with Mitchell. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Already a pair of third down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third down try. Jackson, option right. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Here we go.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be... And, my goodness, another interception. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 50 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that, +3.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 3. Right back to Mitchell here. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps, because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 2.
Report!
Running left, here's Mitchell. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
A give here to Mitchell. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Ready.
And they will take a knee here.
Come on, set.